October 2018. Lebanon has been without a government for over 6 months. Lebanese politicians have failed to form a working government, pushing the country into a dangerous economic crisis.
Lebanon has been without a government for 4 months.
Saad Hariri has been trying to put together a cabinet for 6 months now.
Lebanon is still without a government.
Public anger is growing as economic conditions worsen.
Each week, the same politicians use the press to print their excuses, blame their opponents, and shift the blame away from themselves. An-Nahar, Lebanon's leading newspaper, decided to make a stand. Introducing the blank edition. For the first time, a paper prints a blank edition, entirely free of all content and advertising. Because if the politicians won't work, then why should we? The country followed suit as people copied our stand. Social media channels, website, and outdoors followed. When interest peaked, Editor-in-Chief Naila Tweni held a press conference calling on people to use the blank newspapers to send their message to Lebanese politicians. Turning a nation into the world's largest newsroom. Writing headlines politicians could not ignore. As the world took notice, the headlines politicians used to hide behind began to call for accountability. Finally, after 8 months of bickering, politicking and turmoil, the Lebanese people got the government they demanded.
There is a huge sense of relief. Things here had really reached breaking point.
Dirk Nowitzki is the greatest German athlete of all time.
Einer der ganz groß, das German Wunderkind.
He is not only known for a legendary career, but also for his loyalty and sportsmanship. For over 2 decades, he gave us everything he had. In order to promote his final NBA game, German sports broadcaster DAZN decided it was finally time to give back. For 21 years, it was one for all. For his last game, we created a social campaign that turned one for all into all for one. The campaign kicked off with an online film promoting the hashtag and Dirk's last game on DAZN, the only place where German fans could watch it. To boost the social conversation, specially designed all-for-one jerseys were sent out to Germany's biggest sports stars.
Hallo Dirk,
hey
lieber Dirk, Respekt, was für eine Karriere.
Hey Dirk, number 41. Die 41 wird immer mit dir in Verbindung bleiben.
They paid tribute to Dirk and invited their fans to join. And their fans did.
Freunde, Fans und Kollegen aus aller Welt ehren im Netz einen der besten Basketballer aller Zeiten.
Vor seinem letzten Heimspielauftritt, da huldigen ihm die Fans. Und wenn man sich die Lines jetzt bei Twitter hier anschaut, einfach unter dem Hashtag #AllForOne.
Verneigen sich Freunde und Kollegen sicherheitshalber schon jetzt.
Die ganze Welt nimmt Abschied von dem Ausnahmesportler.
All for one, alle für die 41, alle für Dirk Nowitzki.
All for One quickly took over Germany's conversation about Nowitzki's last game, letting Dirk know that a whole nation stands behind him on this special night.
DAZN hat übrigens tolle Sachen gemacht, also gebe ich zu. Hat mich auch ein bisschen emotional gemacht.
Farmland is a Kansas City pork producer. Supreme is a New York streetwear brand. What do we have in common? Absolutely nothing. Till Supreme hornswoggled our logo. Same gorgeous country horizon and all. But instead of calling up the suits and wrangling us a lawsuit, we tweeted at them. Hey Supreme, that logo looks super familiar. We missed the drop. What do you think about sending a few our way? They never responded, but a lot of other people sure did. The tweet exploded. Folks said things like, goat emoji, goat emoji, goat emoji. It caused a kerfuffle in the streetwear world. We heard we had street cred.
Probably the least hypebeast company on earth.
So we went a little further. An hour before the next Supreme release, we dropped a lookbook of our own, starring real farmers all gussied up in the hottest Supreme fashions. And that's when things went a little bajinkers. Everybody from Esquire to Complex chimed in, and the street cred kept on coming. Our Instagram followers increased by 5,425%. All in all, our response garnered over 65 million impressions. Now, if you'll excuse us, we gotta get back to the farm. Right after we look up what a hype beast is.
If the fireman didn't answer that call, I truthfully don't know where I would be.
911, what's your emergency?
Every year, the NFL football season ends with the same spectacle. Two teams compete on the field while hundreds of brands compete off it. Verizon rewrote the playbook by creating something no one ever had. A third team, the team that wouldn't be here. 11 NFL players and a coach who wouldn't be alive if first responders hadn't answered their emergency call.
On April 27th, 2011, a tornado hit Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I got thrown about 70 yards, and it was like in a blender with house and fence. I believe I was 4 or 5 years old. We were out on the water. The only thing I remember is losing control, and I hit the pier face first.
In my mind, I was thinking, I'm gonna have to bury my child.
In crises like these, Verizon is the network first responders rely on to receive calls for help. We worked with Peter Berg, director of iconic football film Friday Night Lights, to capture the true stories of NFL players saved by those calls and demonstrate network reliability in a completely new way. Then launched the 12-part film series To America.
The team that wouldn't be here.
The
team that wouldn't be here.
2 weeks from the Super Bowl, the series trailer launched during the NFL playoffs, and our team interrupted their social media streams to share their most fragile moments. Their individual stories were combined into a half-hour documentary that premiered meters from the stadium and aired on CBS on national TV. On Super Bowl Sunday, in front of millions, we revealed the finale, a reunion 15 years in the making, and changed the conversation again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
When America was meant to be talking about two teams, a third was on their mind. For 2 weeks, we made a country stop and reflect on not only the millions of people saved by emergency calls, but the strength of the network that makes sure of it.
In 2018, Haribo released a limited edition of its multi-flavored candy brand Dragibus, made exclusively of black Dragibuses. For the occasion, the brand came up with Dragibus Black Fortune, a 24-hour crackdown activation allowing people to win a whole year's worth of black Dragibuses. To win, you just had to tweet hashtag Dragibus Black Fortune, with no one else tweeting the same hashtag within the next 15 minutes. In just 7 minutes, hashtag Dragibus Black Fortune became organically a trending topic in France for 15 hours straight. 24 hours later, the operation was a huge success. Our community manager received 10,779 tweets. But there was a glitch. No one had won the Dragibus Black Fortune yet, and by 4 a.m. people were still fighting on Twitter. Our community manager was being bombarded by one tweet every 47 seconds. He didn't get a minute to catch his breath in the following days or even weeks. On the 24th day, cunning spirits even started creating automatic tweeting bots, and he had to neutralize them one by one. Finally, after 35 days, 18 hours, 19 minutes and 41 seconds of live action on Twitter and 3.5 million impressions, the 65,822nd tweet brought this epic adventure to an end. At Iman Ben Hassin won the largest haul of black Dragibuses on the planet and at last ended our community manager's ordeal. Dragibus Black Fortune. The humble 24-hour activation that turned into the longest live-action campaign in Twitter's history.
Uncle Joe.
Johnny Sack.
The old man Bacala.
Great Dickie Moltisanti. All he wants.
The Sopranos. What a show, huh? Feels like just yesterday we was getting to know these guys. But it wasn't yesterday. It was 20 years ago. So how do you get people talking about a show that's 20 years old? You give them an offer they can't refuse. The very own Sopranos Nickname.
You think I'm lying, don't you?
Here's how it went down. We sent out a tweet asking if anyone wanted a nickname. And then a whole lot of people asked for one. Like this tennis guy here. He wanted one. So boom, we call him the Feds. He liked it. And that guy who did that thing on Broadway, he wanted one. This knucklehead here, he wanted one too. So did this hotshot who invented Twitter. And this nice lady from all their movies. And this goofball right here. Some brands even stopped by for a nickname too. Wendy's? Nah, Square Patty now. Giffy? Nope, now you're Loopy. And BBC World News is now Big Benny Crumpets over there. In just a few hours, over 24,000 people asked for a nickname. And you know, people started to notice this thing we had going on. Fast Company, BuzzFeed, and the AV Club all stopped by to pay their respects. It even became a Twitter moment, which I'm told is like a real moment, but on Twitter. So that one little tweet with zero cash was a big earner. 300 million impressions.
We should celebrate.
But just like the Sopranos, all good things gotta end.
No, this is, by the way, this is not a branded campaign. This is whatever the opposite of a branded campaign is. Burger King! Last week, January 23rd, Burger King went through my old tweets and they liked 3 of my tweets from 2010. So I screen captured it and I tweeted, "Why is Burger King liking my 8-year-old tweets?" That tweet was liked by 13,600 people. Then today I see this article on Complex that says, "Here's why Burger King was liking your old tweets." Burger King had many on Twitter perplexed after the fast food company began liking people's tweets from 2010. I wasn't the only one. There's a bunch of other YouTubers and just social media folk that fell for this trap. Complex goes on to say, "The reason behind the move, Burger King is bringing back funnel cake fries." I mean, it's not nice to manipulate us into hawking your sugar-coated French fries. And the thing that upsets me the most about all this is, it's just how genius it was. We're like the little mice. We went for the cheese in the trap and it snapped on us. You win, Burger King. Oh, I'm making this video right now, but I'm still angry. I want a little something in return. I do what I can to support the Boys and Girls Club and Make-A-Wish. And I'm just thinking, Burger King, you know, I already gave you the value by blasting this tweet out. Maybe we could make amends, help some kids, do something good. Burger King's gonna donate to each of those organizations $25,000. I appreciate their open-mindedness and their candor with this. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna waste the food.
China. Big country, big cities, but unfortunately big limitations as well. Many of the citizens and foreigners who are living in China are hungry for a free flow of information. They can get over the firewall by using VPNs. However, one of the most commonly known VPN, Freegate, is also censored in China. How can we get to Freegate? What does true freedom mean for people? We introduce TrueType Freedom, the most dynamic font available on Monotype. It gives not only one, but countless gateways by borrowing a series of words that have the same pronunciation in Chinese as freedom and list them through the gate. If one gate is blocked or censored, we have another one, and many more. Posters of the typeface design will be put up on the streets, in international airports, and in flight magazines. Online banners glitched with styles to cheat the cyber police in China, saving and opening them as text files, will get you to the Freegate VPN. For the first time in history, freedom in China will not be censorable. The doors will always stay open.
Rewearing and recycling outfits is one of the most effective ways to reduce impact on the environment. But rewearing clothes is frowned upon in the fashion world. So how can we inspire fashion lovers across the world to change the habits we helped create? By working with the people that influence culture every day. Introducing Who Are You Rewearing by H&M. We teamed up with the world's biggest and boldest stars and got them to rewear our custom pieces on fashion's biggest red carpets.
I'm wearing H&M.
Again, and again.
One criteria she had was that she wanted to look back at this night and not be dated. She wanted a dress that would still be classic 20 years later.
I saw you at the premiere of Girls Trip, and then on Saturday Night Live,
yes,
and then at the Oscars.
Yes.
And you look fantastic in that dress.
Thank you.
Then people noticed. Even more people noticed. Our stunt helped to recruit a new generation of fashion recyclers. We created similar pieces that our customers could rent for special occasions. Then we used our newfound spotlight to reveal our pledge, a 20% reduction in the number of styles we offer by 2020. We took part in creating the culture. Now let's lead the path to reinventing it. This is Who Are You Re-Wearing by H&M.